December 18, 2010, just one Tunisian boy named Muhammad Bawadini, having himself unable to find work, set himself afire. Social networking sites greatly contributed to the spreading of this news, and ultimately this incident unified various groups dissatisfied with the existing system, including many political, unemployed and human rights activists, labor, state unionists, students, professors, lawyers and others to begin a march of praise. The United Revolution had an unthinkable effect on the Arabian countries. Rulers have been forced from power in Tunisia, Egypt, Libya and Yemen. Major uprisings have erupted in Syria, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Lebanon, and many other countries. So I think you have already understood that what magic this very unity can play. Ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. In my today's speech, I'll talk about the importance of unity for every household, group, team, family, and nation, and substantially focus my attention on some practical happenings from the history. And my today's title is A House That Prays Together, Stays Together. Let's start with the smallest unit of our society, the family. A family indicates togetherness. They live together, work together, enjoy together, and share the roles together. And that's the strength of unity. From the smallest unit, we go to the bigger horizon of society. But what do we see now? The society is broken into fragments, and every individual is looking for himself. Where in the 21st century, the motto of the society should be all for one and one for all. There, instead of that, the motto of the present society is everyone for himself and God for all. Where in the 21st century, we are totally divided, and there is no strong bond in different segments of the society, so it's bound to break into fraction, and thus loses its strength, both moral and social. We can easily understand the result of small and structured strokes if you simply have your eyes on the ants. An ant singularly is nothing but a small, tiny insect. But this small, negligible insect as member of group work together, move together, and take their fruits together. If someone endeavors himself to find it before that let us tiny creatures to do things seemingly impossible, is nothing but the placement of thousand efforts for a common interest, more precisely, united endeavor. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now let me take you back to the history and let's see what unity has done to it. We have to fight this, whether we like it or not. We're in the World War. It's not a matter of choice, it's a matter of emergency. Franklin Roosevelt, December 7, 1944. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the bombing of Pearl Harbor by the Japanese. Before that, the Americans were hesitant to enter the war. But when the bombs came to their own backyard, they realized that they had no other choice, and because of the unity that resulted amongst the allied nations, they won the war. The year 2012 has helplessly witnessed a massive destruction caused by some devastating natural calamities, and tsunami in Japan is one of them. After little boy and fragments were bombed at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan managed to recover themselves. Through their joint efforts, they became one of the most influential superpowers of the world. But when tsunami hit Japan, people all around the world thought that this time the Japanese are gone. But the Japanese, proving them wrong, working together for common interest to stand against their own feet, have shown the world what they are. Frankly speaking, our world is full of many problems. Every day we are signing treaties, sitting for conferences, or putting in this work. But whatever it may be, SALT 1 or SALT 2, CTBT or Kyoto Protocol, those will never ever be fruitful if we don't get ourselves united. Let me take you back to the history again, as the best example of unity that has ever been portrayed in the subcontinent is during our struggle for independence. At the time, the two most powerful superpowers of the world, America and China, did not support the birth of a new nation, Bangladesh. But when people of this country, starting from bishop-level students, politicians, professors, teachers, intellectuals, crammed together as one single unit, then what was the result of their unity is now for all of us to see. And that is what unity is all about, and that's why it's often said that how that prays together, stays together. Yes, some people will say that our country itself is a positive example of division, as it's nothing but the result of being divided from Pakistan. But my own opinion in this fact would be somewhat different. Yes, it's true that we are divided from Pakistan, but behind this division, there is a glorious story of unity among the freedom fighters, which have been the prime key behind our independence. So sometimes division may be for positive purpose, but unity also plays an active role behind the division. So wherever you go and whatever you do, success is assured if you have a consolidated group to work up to the goal. I've already finished my speech. At last, let me say a few more words. What is the drop of rain compared to the straw? What is the thought compared to the mind? Our unity is full of wonder, which was tiny individualism cannot even conceive. So I welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen. Let us be each other's servants. Let us be each other's business. Let us be each other's magnitude. And let us be each other's bonds. Thank you.
You gave some examples from history. What is the common thing that united the people, behind a certain thing? For example, you talked about Kyoto, you talked about CCTV, you talked about the rise of Japan. What is the key thing that could be found in each and every example that united these nations?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your question. Firstly, I will just try to gain my title. How the phrase together stays together. Many of you, I'm quite sure that you are not actually very well understood that why my title is this, that how the phrase together stays together. It means when every of the people of a group have a common thing, maybe a common expectation, a common frame that we have to do this, a common target. And on the target, if the people are united, then success is achieved. If you think about Japan, then after that incident, after that World War, they did not actually get the support from outsiders, outside countries. And that's why the people inside Japan, they thought that as we are not getting support from outside countries, so we have to get ourselves united, we have to stand on the global war, on the map. We have to be a powerful country. We have to be a powerful nation. To work together on that common target, on that common frame, expectation that we have to hold ourselves united. We have to make ourselves succeeded. We have to get ourselves in the map as a very powerful nation. And finally, the district. You can see, you can understand that at that time there was no support from the outsiders, but the dancers work together with common interest and stand on their own feet. And now we can say that Japan has become one of the most powerful superpowers of the world.
An additional question.
Yes, sir.
Take for example, you and I, we have a common target.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not willing to do this. Under what circumstances I will be convened that I will be working with you?
Okay, there may be many circumstances. I am asking you a question. Today I am speaking here. And why I am speaking here? Because the authority has decided to find out some people who can speak, who can convince people. Those were the public speakers. What are the benefits to find out the public speakers? Because they can convince people. When you and me have the same target, I am interested but you are not, then I will try my level to convince you with my speech. And if I am able to do so, then you and me will be united and we will work together. There may be many solutions. I am giving you just one solution. That when you and me are not working together, then one of them will convince the other to work on the same target.